Start the class, please. This is the last class I am doing for today. Please join the session as fast as possible. Hi, Ruchi. Challenges. Yes. Last class, till which question we have done in that? Do you remember? Till which part question we have done in teaching, learning process, challenges? Hmm? I'm fully tired. Yeah. So small. Continuously going on. Yeah. So let's see challenges in teaching learning process, how we have exactly we have done. This is not the question we have finished. Reach to which question? Till 15 we have done, no? Yeah, now I remember. According to NCF 2005, at the initial stage of language learning, may be one of the language for learning activities that create the child awareness of the world is English, vernacular, foreign language on Hindi. I think till 16 we have done. Which language was considered to be the most important language when we were discussing about, yes, correct answer was one, and that is exactly English language. English was exactly one of the language for communication, and we had understood that, okay, fine, use English for communication language, communicating to other people. Now, can you say what is the question number 17 answer? What can be the best objective of a teacher? If the teacher is exactly thinking what can be the best objective of a teacher, so what is the teacher's point of view here? So buffering बहुत है, ये मुझे प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था, अभी भी क्लास स्टार्ट किया था, इधर से बफरिंग तो नहीं है, अभी चेक करो एक बार. मॉर्निंग से 6 to 7 आवर्स क्लास ले लिया, लास्ट टाइम क्लास लेने में बफरिंग हो रहा है, अभी तो बफरिंग नहीं हो रहा है, चेक कीजिए मैडम. नहीं है, okay, fine, come on, go for it. Good, it will provide a good opportunity for the children to learn. So as a teacher, what should be my point of convention? What should I be thinking? Like, if I am exactly going to teach a person who is a special child means not like normal children, maybe some problem might be there, so that children will be considered as a special child. So what about my convention related to that special child? Come on, Che. Yes, good. It will provide a good opportunity for the children to learn to help each other and be supporting. That's the most important thing. We people will have to think. Question number 18. In a diverse classroom, learners find it difficult to speak and write good English and often lapse into their mother tongue also. That's is exactly happening now. Many times this is exactly happening. Like if I am in a what you called multi-purpose, like you need to understand that multilingual approach is there, and here so this is exactly the multilingual approach will be there, and there at that point, what will happen that the child will be feeling like how can I be, huh? So that situation is coming means how the person is going to tackle this situation. 18th question, come on, go for it. This is seated June 20, 2011. This question already came in examination, so you need to be very careful approaching this question. So question is exactly in a diverse class, they do not have the ability to learn. They are slow learner. They are not motivated to learn. They lack enough competence, and the structure of the two languages are different. Yes, absolutely. No. So if somebody will tell me to compare between Hindi and English, definitely they both are two different wide variety field. I cannot be able to match both of them. Are you understanding? So first, I am itself very weak in one subject, and if I am going to go to deal or cater with another subject, means it will definitely be very difficult for me to handle the situation parallel. The two languages are different. So 100% option will be here. There is no other way out. The 100% option here is exactly coming as option number 4. I hope, is there any buffering there? Yes, the answer will be definitely fourth answer is going to be the best one. Yes, the fourth answer is going to be the best one. Can we get it? The fourth answer is going to be the best one. Huh? Now we are going to go for the next one, 19th question. Sitting arrangement should be flexible so that many group pairs and whole class activities can be conducted easily. Children do not form permanent friendship group. The teacher can impose equality prevails in classroom. Children have the freedom to move their seats wherever they want. This is again Jan 2012 examination question. So can we check this question out, and what can be the perfect answer here in this case? Can you tell me what answer is going to be in this case? Like how can we be able to judge, and how can we be able to implement this situation? Can you say this? Third answered. You think third is the answer? Question number 19. Hmm? I'll explain one more time. Question number 19. Okay, now question number 19, one more time. Seating arrangement should be flexible so that many group, pairs, and whole class activity can be conducted easily. Children do not form permanent friendship groups. So this is a small thing. Permanent friendship groups. Okay, the teacher can impose equality prevail in the class. Children have the freedom to move. See, children do not have the freedom. It totally depends upon the teachers exactly. Huh? So first thing is that this third one is not the correct answer. First, and you need to understand one thing here. Just I'm explaining this part. Just understand this section. So sitting arrangement should be flexible. Why sitting arrangement should be flexible? So that many groups can form. In simple way, I'm just telling you, many groups can form. Pair and whole classroom activities can be conducted easily. See, today I'm sitting with you, Ruchi. Tomorrow I'm going to sit with another friend. Day after tomorrow I'm going to sit with another friend. So definitely every day I will be having interaction with different friends, different girls. Understand or not? So why it is so important? Because see, maybe I will be weak in one field, maybe I'll be weak in communication. So every day I am exactly interacting with other people, means maybe some student I might have find it very flexible to talk to. Got it? So first my what you called introvert content will change. Second thing is I'll be able to cater some situations where different type of group of people I'm interacting continuously with. So 100% it is going to add plus point in me. Got it? So 100% many what you call many groups pairs will be formed. Now, shall we go? A mental block associated with English language learning is dyslexia, dysgraphia, lack of interest in learning. This is exactly July 2013 question. So please kindly handle it nicely. Check this one out. Handle the question nicely. This question, try to handle. That's what I have to say. This handle this. First, to answer this question. Mental block associated with English language is लैक ऑफ एक्सपोजर टू इंग्लिश, डिसलेक्सिया, डिसग्राफिया. क्यों यार लिखना और पढ़ने को क्यों गाली दे रहे हो? सॉरी, डेफिनेटली दिस इज डिसग्लासिया, डिसग्राफिया, मिस रीडिंग राइटिंग प्रॉब्लम. इंग्लिश इज नॉट दैट वन यार. मेंटल ब्लॉक एसोसिएटेड विथ इंग्लिश language learning. So what is all problems is exactly there when I am unable to speak English, learn or speak English. What is the problem associated here? Lack of interest in general? No. I want to speak English. That's what my idea is. That does not mean that I'm going to be the bad person. I'm having interest to study English, but what problems are there? Student is supposed to use English in all context. That is one point, but what is the major section? Lack of exposure to English. Yes, because if every day 5 6 people will be there with me and they'll continuously communicate with me in English, means 100% what will happen, I'll get more exposure. Like if I'm working in an office where all the people are speaking English, and day two means morning 8 o'clock I'm going there, night 9 o'clock I'm coming out, means 100% one situation will come when I will be too much acquainted with these people and I'll be too much talking in English only. So any other language means I won't be able, understood or not? So there one thing will be there, that one thing will be generated, and that is the interest towards English, understood? Because I have no other way out. So since I'm having no other way out means I'll be totally communicating only in one language, and that is English, understood? Now, while teaching and hearing impaired student in an inclusive class, it is necessary for teachers to, come on, say, it is necessary for teachers to do what? Make sure that they are including signs and visual clues for them, conduct regular special classes for such students, being in a constant touch. Question 20 answer is not 3. First thing, question 20 answer is fourth one. Lack of exposure. Student is supposed to use English in all contests is one part. But what is the correct answer is, here what is the question given? Why the students are exactly lacking to learn in English? So what is the problem here in lacking to learn English? Is only one big problem is there, and that big problem is we are not getting a proper exposure. If we are going to get a proper exposure, means time to time, day to day, we will be keep on speaking in English and no other language we are using, and people are there around us who will continuously communicate in us with English language, means one time will be coming where we will only be speaking English, no other language is exactly usable here. So 100% this situation will be where we will be very acquainted with speaking only in English. So that means exposure is missing. Exposure means our friends will be totally speaking. We are in a field whenever we are with people, so you need to understand that the type one part. Oh, again buffering. I'll find a permanent solution of this problem. Wait. Ruchi, can you check? Is it okay? Is it okay? Can you tell me now network is okay? I'm very tired, yaar. In this network game playing is very difficult, yaar. Now come on, we'll go for the next question. So this is the correct answer is fourth, right thing. While teaching hearing impaired student in an inclusive class, it is necessary for teachers to make sure that they are including signs and visual clues, conduct regular special classes for such student, be in constant touch with the parents of such student, give preference to needy students. This is exactly a very good question. Try to solve the question according to this situation and try to answer the question, because the most important thing here is ki visually impaired student. So what and all exactly things will be there? So first you need to understand that ki when you are dealing with that type of student, make sure that they are including. So yeah, come on, try and answer this question. So, right, while teaching hearing impaired students means those who are unable to hear properly, and in an inclusive class where the class of different type, same type category students will be there. So, what you are going to do? See, because you cannot be keeping a hearing person in a normal class because the person won't be able to interact properly with normal children. Understood or not? If the person is using hearing aid and that the person is not using any sign and symbol, then they can be kept in a classroom where they can be interacting with normal student. But 100% this is a no case where the student is using hearing aid and the person is using sign symbols for communication. Understood or not? So make it very sure that the person is exactly, if it is using sign symbol for communication and you are keeping it in a normal class, then 100% problem will only come, and that problem will be coming like you won't be able to talk to that person properly. Understand or not? So what can be the best answer? Give preference to needy student. That's not the thing. Preference never, this word preference is not at all used for a teacher. We can't give preference to one single student. Our preference is the entire class. Our preference is our job where we are doing that work where we are going to communicate with whole sum of the student. So be in constant touch with the parent of such student. What is the need? We have to just work with the student. Why we are going to keep in contact with the teacher, sorry, parents? Conduct regular special classes for such students, you can conduct, but what is most necessary is we have to include sign language and visual clues for them, so that by seeing itself they can understand if they are having some problem with hearing and understanding. Okay, so question number 22, the second language classroom is a confluence of various language. Teachers should give their students what? Adequate self-explanatory notes, summaries and simplified versions of text, worksheet with a variety of tasks while covering the syllabus, a comfortable environment to develop requisite skills. September 2014 question, and the ball goes to you. You answered the question. Come on. What can you feel like is exactly important for such students? Okay, fine. You have given an answer. Network is okay, I guess. I checked network. Now look here. We are going to take adequate self-explanatory notes. A secondary language classroom is a confluence of varied languages. Teachers should give their student adequate self-explanatory notes. No, why should I be? I have to be with the student. How can I be doing like that? Okay, summaries and simplified versions of text, that's a part, but that's not the wholesome information. Worksheets with a variety of tasks while covering the syllabus. So the variety of tasks in worksheets can make you more what you called burden. It can be adding more burden to you. A comfortable environment to develop requisite skills. Yes, the main concept of teaching language or the main concept of teaching a subject is not to create a burden on you. It's exactly to understood. It's exactly to do one simple work, and that is comfortable environment, so that personally you can be able to come up with some ideas, and it will be exactly, you should be comfortable to learn first. That's the one single word I can use it, a comfortable to learn. Understood? So some parents of students, so one is the correct answer. Some parents of students with learning difficulty may have unrealistic expectations from their children. The teacher can support such a student by, so some parents now they are telling that, hey, my child is not my child is not good for enough, and like that type of words. Some parents, they are actually using these words. They're actually, I have heard from them that they're actually using these words. They're actually saying that my son or daughter is not good for anything. That type of word I have actually heard. Like they are telling that I have no expectations, or I'm having not this type of feelings, like I can be able to understand that my child will do something good, or that, like that type of feeling is there. So this type contents, many times the parents are actually speaking about their children. So what should we be doing at the time when we will be exactly being as a teacher? What should be our role? So persuading them to liaise their with other such students, explaining to the parents about the children characteristics and abilities, making sure that children do the work with the student, making a clear reference to the individual. That's totally is a confusing part. What you are going to do when the parents will be exactly not having any hope means, I am knowing that I am not going to change my child, and my child is exactly having this type of problems, and in that situation I won't be able to provide much facilities or content here. Then in that situation, what answer you are exactly explaining, expecting here to be answered? Network gone. What is the answer? Answer 2. Confirm. Now let's check. Persuading them to the correct answer is yes, because see, the parents has lost hope. The children has not lost hope. The parents are thinking that my child is not common, or this thing, that thing. But the child itself, the child is born with that circumstance. How can we say that the child is wrong? That's not the correct idea first. Understood or not? So making sure, so explaining it to the person, parents, to the child characteristics and abilities. So a teacher knows specifically what type the child characteristic is, because see, the teacher is exactly going to be with the child, and the teacher is trying to evaluate out what and all good qualities the child is having. Maybe the parent has skipped those good qualities, the parent is not seeing that good qualities, but maybe the child good qualities is exactly seen by the teacher, because the teacher has gripped the good qualities of the child. So here one very big thing will be there, that he has to explain to the parents, like, no, your child is not waste. The child is exactly good, having good qualities. He's a very good learner, or he's a very good painter, or he's a very good artist. He is interacting nicely. So there are certain things which is exactly going to be told to the parent, so that the parent may not be thinking that, like, my child is not good for anything. Understood? And this is a very bad thinking, like when the parent is telling that my child is not good for anything, or my child is abnormal child, the parent itself is accepting, means it's not a good thing, because at that time what will happen is they lost hope, and if they are losing hope means the child itself is losing hope, because the child itself is thinking like, I'm not good for anything, because what they are hearing, that type of motivation they're getting after hearing those things. So if I'm telling good about you most of the time, like you are good this, good that, so whatever things are present inside, you will try to enhance it. So enhancing someone's skill by giving good points about that person, maybe that person is lacking in some field. Nobody's perfect, nobody's born perfect, okay? And when we will speak good about you, means like one some factors are there which is making you a very humble person, a good person, means you'll definitely get some idea of, fine, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this sections, I can avoid this part. So definitely you'll get some motivation, and once the motivation is coming, that time things will automatically come, or in a positive way, and you will be able to cater some situations. Okay, so that situations will be very very beneficial to you, and it will be, you will be feeling definitely overwhelmed, and you will be doing work. So the first important thing is, the parent should know the abilities of a child. They must be the first one who can understand. teachers and parents should know what a child is and what qualities the child is having, and based on that qualities only we can be giving some work to the child. So if he is a very good painter and you are giving a piano to them, definitely they will not be able to get that interest because they don't want to play piano. So it's not about you, it's about the person whose life is associated, connected to you. So that's the most important thing. Why I said, because from this section more and more questions are coming, because everything is connected to not us. As a teacher we are a third person, understood? As a teacher we are a third person, we can only see things, we can only understand, but we cannot put into the shoes of, we cannot put our leg into the shoes of the student and can feel the pain, understood? Can feel that sadness. Our work is only what we have to encourage. The more we can encourage, the more we can change the things. That's the most important part here. Now question number 24: educators use YouTube to teach visual learners with videos, podcasts for auditory learners, and interactive what you call interactive games or tacticals learners in a language class. Here multimedia caters to individual. So what in all multimedia is doing work, what benefit it is there to go with YouTube and videos and certain type of clips and different type of introductory parts, even the podcast. See, I want to say one thing, the podcast is see, nowadays, the small reels, shorts, podcasts are there. That is definitely purely one person's concept. Understood? The person ideas. It is need to be checked, but it is not a perfect idea. Like I have a speaking about. I can speak about ghost. So my thinking about ghost is just a type of magnetic energies as God is. Got it? And the magnetic energy that is generated by a ghost has some repulsion with God, and so only there is a different field where we can differentiate God and ghost. Understood? Not? So these are some things which can be able to be explained with నేతికే full clean venom. Correcta? I'm in class, I'll talk to you. Clean, Sarina. I don't know how I spoke, but definitely I tried to communicate. This is the student of Tamil speaking. Okay. So, learning differences, aesthetic sense, learning disabilities, generic principles. So, definitely these four things are there. Which one is going to be the apt one and which one is going to be the correct one? Come on, say. Ayo, network again. Oh, Akka started doom down. Learning differences. Again, I'm reading the question and try to understand the question one more time. Educators use YouTube to teach visual learnings with videos. Okay, so they're using this part podcast for auditory learners and interactive games for tackle learners in a language class. Here, multimedia caters to individual as what? Learning differences? No. Why it is going to create a learning differences? Aesthetic sense here means what? Learning disabilities? No. Generic principles? No. It is coming as a aesthetic sense. Aesthetic sense here means the future one. You need to understand that here it will be definitely early feeling or warning signs. Yes, it is exactly going to give you a feeling where you will be exactly having some type of understanding. Understood? You are getting this point? So it is going to be aesthetic. Yes, here is going to be aesthetic, neither learning differences. We want the child to be artistic. We want the child to understand the thing nicely. We want the child to have a, what you call, we want the child to have an understanding of things. Maybe the child is not perfect, normal, but rather than having normal, the child is not at all like, he has the right to live and he has the right to differentiate things. So definitely we will be trying to tackle it with aesthetic vibes, miss beauty, sense, understanding, everything has to be there with the child. A common development reading, a common developmental reading disorder is impairment, dysphasia, dyslexia or dysgraphia. This is seated 2015 question. Come on, go for it. What is the answer for this? Question 3. A common developmental reading disorder, unable to be using the content properly. Reading. Dyslexia is a reading disorder. Yes, reading, writing disorder, that's a common developmental problem that comes under dyslexia. But here it will be what? It is a developmental is different, Ruchi. एक बार फिर से check करो. Dyslexia is a reading disorder. It is a short term, but here developmental problem is also associated. So when developmental problem will be associated, तब क्या करेंगे हम? तब क्या करेंगे हम? एक बार सोचो, उसके बाद आंसर करो. तब क्या करेंगे? दैट इज नॉट डिसलेक्सिया इज ओनली रीडिंग डिसऑर्डर, इट्स अ शॉर्ट टर्म. बट डेवलपमेंट में जहाँ पे आ जाए, जहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट होने में प्रॉब्लम हो, जहाँ पे आगे बढ़ने में प्रॉब्लम हो, वहाँ पे हम ये वर्ड डिसलेक्सिया यूज नहीं करेंगे, तब वहाँ पे होगा डिसफ्रैक्सिया. डिसफ्रैक्सिया. सो बी विल बी द आंसर, डिसफ्रैक्सिया. इसीलिए तुमको वो उस तरफ पे डालेंगे, तुमको पता रहेगा कि हाँ यहाँ पे तो मेरे को यही आंसर करना है. मुझे तो पता है कि आंसर होगा डिसलेक्सिया, रीडिंग डिसऑर्डर, लर्निंग डिसऑर्डर, राइटिंग डिसऑर्डर. बट डेवलपमेंटल ऑर्डर में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है बॉस. सो जहाँ डेवलपमेंट होने में इटसेल्फ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो वहाँ पे तो वो आंसर कभी हो ही नहीं सकता. तो इसका करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? नेटवर्क गया क्या? So answer will be 2, Ruchi. Rather than answer 3, answer will be taken as 2. I hope you might have understood this part. Understood this part? सी इसके बाद का जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है उसका एक इंट्रोडक्शन मैं दे रही हूँ. टुमारो आई एम गोइंग टू टीच लैंग्वेज एंड थॉट्स. ओके, लैंग्वेज एंड थॉट्स मतलब क्या? कि जो तुम्हारे अंदर में इमर्ज करता है वो तुम्हारा थॉट्स है. मीन्स व्हाट कम्स इनसाइड यू इज योर थॉट, एंड दैट थॉट इज एग्जैक्टली क्रिएटिंग अ चेंज. Understood not? So this change in the concept, what it is exactly inside you, it's language and thought. So you need to understand this, you need to tackle this situation. So what and all things are there which is exactly creating this, that we need to understand. So language and thought, one by one I'm going to explain you this. No, the most important thing is, in the next class we are going to study language. Okay, so what do you mean by language and how it is connected to you? Because language is exactly going to be a very vital thing in us, and language is exactly changing things, which is we are perceiving like this work is there, that work is there, this and that. Always we have a like understanding these sections, but language is what for you? What does language means for you? Dyspraxia is coordination in movement, in cutting, writing, gross. So developmental part आ जाएगा. Reading जहाँ पे नहीं होगा वहाँ पे developmental sections का सारा चीज़ वहाँ पे आ जाएगा. इसीलिए क्योंकि ये सीटेट का आंसर है. ये सीटेट का आंसर, मैंने अपना आंसर नहीं बताया, ये सीटेट का आंसर है, जहाँ पे डेवलपमेंटल रीड करने के बाद डेवलपमेंटल सारा स्किल्स इधर से उधर हो जाए, वो हो गया वो। ओके, so can I start this? I want to know that what is the meaning of language for you? What do you understand by the word language? What does this means for you? Language. What do you know by the word language? Google also says developmental reading disorder is dyslexia. Yes, developmental reading disorder is dyslexia. तो मैं एक बार देख के बताऊंगी, but this is seated answer. एक बार check कर लूंगी मैं. I'll check this one out. Don't worry. But right now, I need an answer from you. What is the meaning of language? Language means what for you? If somebody will be asking you, discussing about language, means this is language, that is language. Yes, एक बार check कर लेंगे उसको. कोई problem नहीं है. What is the meaning of language for you? Language, language, language. If somebody will be using the word language, what is the meaning of word language? Is a subject. Language is a subject. People think that okay, language, Hindi is a subject, English is a subject, Tamil is a subject, Telugu is a subject, Malayalam is a subject. Means they are languages and they has to be studied. So these will become the language subjects. Understood or not? But what is actually a language? What is language for you, and how you understand that language is having its own benefits and language is having its own way of speaking? Medium of communication where two person express themselves with one another can understand. Okay, fine. So you are understanding language as a medium of instructions. Yes, very good. So language is nothing but a way to communicate. The language can be a sign symbols also. Like I will do like this, you will understand. Okay, without speaking, I am doing like this means it's a language for me, and I'm getting angry. So if I smile means okay, the person is very happy. That's type of symbol. Language is a way to communicate with one person to the other, and definitely we need a reference in that. Got it? So all the different type of subjects what we are talking about, Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, so they becomes a medium of instructions where we can be able to communicate with others. Understood? So two person can be able to express their views, thoughts and ideas when they will be interacting with each other. I hope this might have been clear to you about language. My camera is dancing with me. Yes. So now, what is the meaning of progressive education? Second question. What is the meaning of progressive education? Progressive education. If somebody will be asking you, education should be progressive, education should be progressive, education should be progressive, education should be progressive. What does the meaning of education should be progressive? What is the meaning of progress here in education? Huh? Education should be progressive. In what sense education should be progressive? See, progressive means it should be the one which will keep a change inside you. It will bring a change inside you. The change in your thoughts, the change in your idea, the change in your skills. That's what it is exactly called as progressive. Understood? So the way you are interacting with the subject and how the way you are coming out of it and how you are tackling the situation that is coming around you with the subject or with the knowledge what the subject is giving you is exactly a progress around you. The learning things what you have learned in that comes under progress there. Okay, Ruchi, I'm going to keep the class still here because I'm having lots of work today, Sunday morning, since 12, 11 o'clock. I'm teaching continuously now. I need to take some break and I need to start some work. I'm having some work today. Okay. Okay, teaching approach with focuses on practical activities. Yes, that's exactly. But this is a very practical part. But the most important problem here is progress is what? Progress is a type of skill development. Understood or not? So here things will go in a positive. In your way, if it is coming progress, then it's a progressive idea. Okay. So I'm going to take it till here. Bye bye. Tomorrow, one note, I'm going to start learning developmental things. I'm going to start in tomorrow's class. So be present in tomorrow's class. 8 o'clock, 8:15, I'm going to. Yes, because my network is going to die. Bye.